Are y'all ready? Let's go, Gators, let's go. Come on, yeah. Let's go, Gators, let's go. Woo! I love it. What do you love so much that you would stand on stage at a dental speaking competition and do the chant for your favorite team? Maybe it's a different team that you support or a concert that you love to go to. But you know, the thing that gets you so excited, the anticipation, and then the event and the experience. For me, it's Florida football, especially home games when we get to play in the swamp. I mean, I don't even need an alarm clock that day to get up. I jump out of bed and I'm ready to go, which says a lot because I do love to sleep in. In fact, our excitement is so strong that if we don't have a good checklist, I know that we would forget half of what we're supposed to bring. And I want to show up like a good Gator fan should. So we make the checklist. Do we have our parking passes and our tickets? Check. Let's get the car ready. Decals on the side, flags on the window. See, because when we drive to Gainesville, we always see the other fans. And we can honk and say, "Go Gators!" And if we pass our rival team, we give them a big Gator chomp as we go by. Of course, we're dressed in orange and blue from head to toe. We've got all our accessories on. We get our new button each week, which has our rival team that we're playing. So it might say, "Beat LSU," or "Beat Georgia." And then, of course, we're gonna do some tailgating. I gotta have all the food and then get everything in the truck. So there's the Gator cooler, our Gator chairs, a Gator tent, because we're gonna need some shade. And of course, I've got Gator plates, cups, and napkins. I leave no Gator game to chance. That's why I have my checklist. In fact, I even pack an extra shirt for my husband. I don't know about your man, but there's no way he's making it through a Gator tailgating party without getting something on his shirt. So we have a clean shirt to go to the game. I wish every day could be Gator game day. And really, why can't it be? I mean, aren't we playing for the championship in our dental practices every day? If not, we should be. If we want to win in dentistry and in our practices, we've got to do what champions do. And I think we can learn something from the Gators on that one. Their goal is to recruit and keep players who are committed to and buy into the vision. They create a game plan for every game, because they're all different, and even throw in some trick plays. They practice the basics over and over and over, so every team member is prepared. They look at their players' individual strengths and tap into that. They also start each game high energy and an organized huddle. They also have a head coach and a team of leadership that show the example of what it looks like to take personal responsibility for those losses and mistakes. But they also lead and inspire the team when they need to and the chips are down. They're constantly coaching their players, and they look for every opportunity to praise those players when the big wins happen. So how can we translate that into our dental practice and creating a winning team? I know you can do it, just like this. Create a game day huddle that has energy and focus every day. I mean, how awesome would it be to start your day like that? How many winning days could we play if we started off with some energy and some focus on the right things? We'd be unstoppable. And look, I've been at some of your huddles. It's not pretty. I sometimes feel like we're preparing for a funeral. Instead of the best day of our life, we get to take care of patients and our team today. And look, I get it. Not a morning person. But when it's game time, it's time to show up with some energy and be ready to take care of your patients and your team. Huddle is a great time to talk about your trick plays for the day. Where are we going to put emergencies? We have opportunities for same-day service. What needs to happen? Cindy's not confirmed. What's the plan? Be prepared before you have to be. Next, we can learn to play to our team members' strengths. Do you even know what some of your team members' strengths are? Let me tell you about Jennifer. Jennifer was an assistant for a long time, and then she was transitioning to insurance. We loved her personality, so we hired her to do insurance. And of course, we put her in the insurance coordinator room, down the hall, around the corner, little cubby. She had everything in there she needed to be successful: a phone and a computer. But Jennifer wasn't very successful for very long. Benchmarks weren't being hit. Insurance wasn't being done correctly. Follow-ups weren't happening. So it was time to have a conversation with Jennifer. But that conversation wasn't about insurance. It's about Jennifer. Jennifer, what do you think your strength is? What are you passionate about? And we discovered she was great at building relationships, presenting treatment, and financials. So we made her the new patient coordinator. She took our already good new patient experience to the next level. It was a win for our practice, our team, our patients, and it was a win for Jennifer. We had her in the right spot. And we found that person that loves sitting in that cubby doing insurance. So tap into the players you already have. What strengths and gifts do they have that we can tap into and leverage and help elevate them and our practice? Next, get a coach. Get a coach. Work on your leadership. Championship teams have great coaches and great leadership. They set the example. They share that vision. They bring the team into that vision. And they constantly coach their players. And I know in dentistry, you think, I do need to work on my leadership. Most people know that. The conversation becomes agree to coach and be coached. And as a leader in your practice, part of coaching your team means giving feedback. And not that one-time annual review that everybody dreads and we talk about, are we getting a raise? No, real feedback. More frequent feedback. The good and the bad. And then we've got to correct behavior. When it happens, how many times have I seen 3 and 6 months later saying, yeah, she's still doing it that way? Has anybody told her we don't want it to do it that way? No. Well, we've got to correct behavior that we don't want quickly and make that change. We've also got to have time for training and support. I think this is where dentistry falls short sometimes. Anybody ever been hired for a job and just get thrown in there and like, good luck, go do it? We've got to have time for training and support. If you want a winning environment for your team, then we've got to create the environment to offer the support and training they need to be successful. If we do that, that gives them the best chance to be successful. I know with these 3 things, you can start to create a winning environment for your team. A place that they can grow and stretch. Your practice will be more successful and have more growth because of how we show up, how we play to our team members' strengths, and your leadership and coaching of your team. John Gordon said, it's not the team with the best players that win, but the players with the best team that win. It's all about the team. You cannot do this alone. So why not create a winning environment that helps your team become more successful? Are you ready to create a winning environment for your practice? Yes, let's do it. Big gator chomp, and we're going to say, go team. Are you ready? Go team. Woo! And go Gators. Let's start creating winning environments now. Thank you.